Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to Bloodhouse, the show where we talk about art house horror movies. I'm your host, Joshua Conkle.
And I am your spoiled co-hostess, Drusilla Adeline.
And it is our holidays special.
Merry Christmas!
We're feeling all the coziness. I have the Courtney Cox scented candle burning in the room, courtesy of our very Drusilla has a cold candle, courtesy of our special guest, Freaky, and It's a Wonderful Knife, a writer, and Bloodhouse bestie, Michael Kennedy. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really glad you shouted out Courtney Cox's candle.
Of course. I know that you're her brand ambassador.
I seriously should be. Drusilla, do you know this about me?
I do know this about you. I mean, I need David Arquette's ex-wife's candle. Come on.
They're really good, and her soaps are really nice.
I definitely buy her products like a lot, and yeah, I should be a brand ambassador because I'm like, anytime someone mentions them, I'm like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? You should totally get this. You should. I'm like, yeah, I'm selling it for her. I would love to be a brand ambassador of home court.
That's me, but with David Arquette's Bozo the Clown merchandise.
Oh yeah.
If you have yet to buy Bozo the Clown merchandise direct from David Arquette, you're not a real fan.
Did you ever go to his club in the Roosevelt Hotel?
No, I wish.
I did a couple times back in the day. It was wild.
He, in Pandemic, did a video of Hot Patootie from the Rocky Horror Picture Show as Eddie on a motorcycle, and it's truly the hottest thing in the world. Like, David Arquette is daddy.
Yeah, he's hot.
Have you watched his wrestling documentary, You Can't Kill David Arquette?
No.
It's
what
great.
A wild man he is. I had no idea he had all these
man.
endeavors.
He was in the WWE, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea.
It's funny.
He's awesome.
I sat next to Skeet Ulrich at dinner on Sunday night, which was fun. Unintentionally. Like, it wasn't like we were together, but he was a table over. And he's daddy too.
Yes, he is daddy. You seemed very offended when I texted you that I'd heard he was mean.
I was like, so I'm like, no, he's not. Or was that Brian? No, Brian was like, whatever. He's not. I don't care if he's mean.
I don't care either.
He can yell at me.
Pass on what I heard.
Spit in my face. But what did I say though? I go, wasn't everyone in Riverdale mean by the end of it?
Yeah, I was like, I heard from the Riverdale writers that he was mean, and you're like, everyone was mean on Riverdale because they were so unhappy to be there, which is fair and true. Although I will say, about a month before he passed away, I was on a flight with Luke Perry, who I sat next to, because I was going to Sabrina and he was going to Riverdale, and we got to talking, and he was very lovely and very happy. But he did say, I was like, I hear it's dark on that set. And he's like, I try to tell these kids that they should be grateful because it could all go away, tomorrow. And, I think without his guiding presence, things got darker still. But
yeah. Oh, he was so...
He was wonderful. He smelled delicious and was as handsome as you can imagine. So, Michael, you wrote It's a Wonderful Knife. You're a holiday horror expert.
Sure.
What do you think what are like the top 3 best holiday horror films? I'm putting you on the spot.
Top 3? I mean, one is definitely the original Black Christmas.
Of course.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
I
just saw it again in theaters like a week ago at the New Beverly, and I've only ever seen it in theaters, and I was just fucking gobsmacked.
We saw it at New Beverly last year or the year before.
Is that when we went? Yeah, I think it was last year.
It was such a good experience because the last 30 minutes, you could have heard a pen drop in that theater. Like, people were
so great.
Truly silent and absolutely terrified. None of the obnoxious repertory theater.
See, I'm jealous. I did not get that experience.
You didn't?
My crowd, every single time Keir Dullea was on the screen and he was like making some like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You better not fucking abort that goddamn baby, you fucking cunt. Every time he was doing that kind of stuff, the people in the row behind us were laughing.
That's
really
crazy.
Yeah.
I hate repertory screenings sometimes in this city because people for some reason have gotten the idea that it's like a talk back.
Yeah. This is not like The Room. This is not like no. We're not doing that.
And sometimes people think The hunger, right? Is that what you're going to
Yeah,
say?
I was just so upset with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what sometimes people think because a movie is old that it's campy, and it's just like, just because this movie came out in 1975 and people are wearing bell bottoms does not make it John Waters. Do you know what I
need to
mean?
take
Right.
the word camp and just like put it in the Disney vault for 30 years, and no
Yeah,
one's allowed to
people don't know
use
what
it for a little
camp-
while.
People
They
don't know
really
what
don't.
camp means anymore.
Yeah.
So, okay, so, oh my God. I mean, Krampus is great.
Krampus is
Yup.
fun.
Michael
Krampus
Dougherty
is fun.
rocks.
Oh, Gremlins. Duh.
Gremlins is probably my favorite Christmas movie, to be honest, in general.
Gremlins, Black Christmas, and probably Krampus.
Those are good
But
picks.
there's so many other, like, Drusilla, you said it last night in text. I'm blanking on it.
Christmas Evil.
Christmas Evil's great.
That's my favorite Christmas movie.
And
It's a
that
fun
was
one.
one I just discovered in the last couple of years, or I just watched in the last couple of years for the first
It's
time.
the
I think
most
that-
like wholesome of the Christmas horror movies, because like Black Christmas is fucking mean. Silent
Yeah.
Night, Deadly Night is awesome, but
another
like,
great one.
really fucked. And
Yeah, so I would
Krampus is
say-
super funny, but it's also like very dark. Christmas Evil is like it feels like a Frank Capra movie in which
Well,
there's mutilation and stabbing. Like
Speaking
it's
of camp, Christmas Evil is one of John Waters' favorite movies. He's gone on record with that.
and he's correct.
Yeah,
It's
got
his
good
favorite
taste.
Christmas movie, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna reorder. I'm gonna say the original Black Christmas, Gremlins, and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I love
Mm.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
I do not love Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh man,
I have
love
to
it so
say,
much.
I don't think it's good.
I
I
love it.
I just don't like it. I think the sexual assault stuff is kind of a wet blanket and like stops it from being like truly campy. Has no protagonist. I think it's a little boring. It's not. I'm abandoning that one.
I don't
had
know.
it.
I didn't
Billy's
think I would
hot.
enjoy it because I'm
He
not
is hot.
really. Billy is hot because I'm not really the target demo for that era of slasher. And like,
Yeah.
we've had this conversation a lot on here. I watched it for the first time last year with like we had friends over around Christmas, and we had a ball. I
Yeah, you
loved
got to
it
do it with the group.
a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Another great one with the group is Jack Frost.
Oh
The-
my
Jack
God,
Frost
I
is
need to
super
see
fun.
that.
The horror
Super
version of
stupid.
Jack Frost. I love that movie.
It's so
I
great.
grew up terrified of that VHS cover at Blockbuster
because it was like the
holographic,
the hologram. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I never saw it. I still haven't seen it. I was so
Oh my god,
terrified
it's
of that.
so fun. It's so fun.
Okay, well, what have we been watching lately that's good? Michael, you can go first. You're a special guest.
Does it have to be good? Because
No.
So Brian and I both realized, my husband Brian and I both just realized that we had never actually seen Home Alone 2 fully through in one sitting. That we both probably
Mm.
seen the whole movie, but in spurts.
Mhm.
So we sat down and watched it the other night, and God, that movie sucks.
I've
It's
never
so
seen it.
stupid.
I understand
I-
Donald Trump is in it.
He's got like a quick 1 second cameo. But I think there's people out there that say it's better than the first. It's
They're
not
wrong.
better than the
They are
first.
very
It's-
incorrect,
It's a
I'm
bad
sure.
movie.
I
It's
will
like-
say Home Alone 3 might be better than the first, but that might
What?
just
There's
be
a
What?
Home
when I grew
Alone
up.
3?
There was like
There's-
7 Home Alones.
Josh, there's 5 Home Alones, and then there was the reboot last year on Disney Plus called Home Sweet Home Alone.
What? I
Yeah,
have
there was-
no idea about any
So
of
there
this.
was 3 theatrical Home Alones, and then they did 2 TV movies.
I
wanna
remember
say-
the 4th one is like French Stewart.
Yeah, and Debbie Mazar's in that one,
Yeah.
I think, too. Yeah. And then in 5, it's Malcolm McDowell.
What?
And
I
then
haven't
they
seen
did...
that
McDowell from Caligula and A Clockwork
Yeah,
Orange?
and then
Okay.
Home Sweet Home Alone was a Disney Plus original that I believe takes place in the same canon as 1 and 2 because Buzz is a cop in Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah, it's like Aisling B and a lot of like kind of bigger comedians are in it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
bizarre.
Rob Delaney's in it. He's one of the
Love Rob Delaney.
him and Kimmy Schmidt. What's her name? The girl that played Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, Aaron? No, that's her name in The Office.
Aaron, yeah.
Ellie
Whatever.
Ellie Kemper.
Ellie
Kemper.
Kemper. Those two
Yes.
are like the robbers.
Hmm,
God.
I don't need
and-
that.
No.
I don't need that either.
Um,
I'm fine.
it looked, but yeah, Home Alone 2 sucked. It was like
Yeah.
everything the first movie did, but without the charm and the magic. Macaulay Culkin is pretty great in it still, but it's just, there's also like, I love that Tim Curry and Rob Schneider. And there's a female character actor, I can't remember her name. They play like the hotel people that are like
fun.
Kind of trying to figure out if Macaulay Culkin is there on his own and that kind of stuff. And I think that should have been the story as opposed to forcing the Wet Bandits back into it.
Yeah, the Wet Bandits coming back into it is weird. Him being like lost in New York, like kind of homeless for a while is weird.
Yeah, and then like just having him in the plaza, which is really cool, but then it like really means ultimately nothing.
Yeah.
And then he like goes to his uncle's essentially house that's under construction to like do the same exact hijinks.
It's bizarre.
It's not as fun.
Half of it is depressing. The other half is an FAO Schwartz commercial. It's like, why does it exist?
So yeah, we watched that.
Well, I watched something really amazing, Michael, that I've been telling you about. Drew, I don't think we've talked about it yet, but there's a 3-part docuseries on Max called Love Has Won, which is about a cult. And God knows I love a cult. It's
produced by the Safdies, right?
Yes, it is. And I was feeling like we were out of cults, but Michael and I were talking about how like the pandemic has given us more cults to make documentaries about, and this is one of them. And it opens with the body cam footage of the police finding the cult leader's mummified body in bed, covered in Christmas lights and stuff. That's the opening, and it gets crazier from there. It was
covered in Christmas lights?
Yes, because they were preserving her body because they thought aliens were going to come in a cloud spaceship and take the body. Yeah. So they were preserving it. Makes sense. They thought all of the angels are like famous people to them. Like the main angel is Robin Williams, but also Michael Jackson is on the Council of Angels, and Donald Trump for some reason, even though he's alive. It's just the most insane thing that you could ever imagine. And it's this cult leader that she calls herself Mother God. But it's like, you would know that she's not God when you found yourself in a trailer park in Colorado surrounded by meth heads. That you think that you'd start piecing together that she's not God. And they also live stream themselves 24 hours a day. That's how they got followers. All of the members separately did. So it's just like completely insane. They had so much footage. It's so wild and outrageous. And I'm obsessed with it.
Honestly,
I really want there to be it's horrifying, but in the best way. And I want there to be a scripted version for Hulu or something so I can write for it. Obsessed with it.
And what's it on? It's on Max?
Max, yeah.
Okay.
It's so good. Drusilla, how about you?
I have been like, as I've been feeling like sick and congested and stopped up, I've been like still working and going about my daily life, and I like need an injection of like happiness because I am like a week from Christmas. I am like stopped up. I'm feeling shitty while I have all this stuff to do. So I've been like mainlining the MGM musicals collection that's on the Criterion channel right now.
Okay. I've been watching those too. I just watched An American in Paris for the first time.
I love An American in Paris. I've like already seen a lot of them, and so I'm trying to do my due diligence because I like rewatch a lot of my favorite musicals all the time and don't watch new ones. So I see American in Paris a lot. I've seen Singing in the Rain a lot. I've seen the Shock It to Me movies a lot. I've seen Bye Bye Birdie a lot. I've seen like The Music Man. I've seen all of these. So I've been trying to like see more that I haven't seen before. And so I watched Brigadoon and It's Always Fair Weather.
Okay.
Both, I can summarize my reaction to both in one line, which is Gene Kelly's amazing. Everything else is boring.
Gene Kelly was amazing. So hot in American in Paris.
Oh my God. He has a whole musical number in It's Always Fair Weather where he's like running from some like bookies and he like hides at a skating rink, and then he comes out of the skating rink, realizes the girl he's in love with loves him back, and does a whole musical number in the streets wearing like a 3-piece suit on like roller skates. It's fucking insane.
He's so hot.
He's so goddamn hot. He's incredible. There's also like a number in It's Always Fair Weather where he and his war buddies like go dancing through the street using trash can lids as shoes. It's like bonkers. It's very, very, very fun. Again, they're all like, your mileage may vary depending on how much you're interested in the lives of people that aren't Gene Kelly in these. Because the romance of his like drunk war buddies in both movies, you're like, I don't fucking care. These guys kind of suck. I just want to see Gene Kelly have some hijinks. You need someone like Donald O'Connor or someone like that to be next to him to like at least get on his level, or else what are you doing here?
Yeah. I think this week was like a big week for me in French things because I watched An American in Paris and then the movie that we're talking about today, and I rewatched Amelie, and I've been thinking that I wanted to spend next Christmas in Paris if I can.
I would love
That'd be
to.
Nice.
Brian and I have done Paris during Christmas.
Oh, right. His sister lives there.
But yeah, his sister lives there. We were going there after Christmas for a couple of years until the pandemic, and it's so beautiful there.
You're going to have to do it really soon because the new Dan Levy movie coming out on Netflix in like January or something is a like gay Christmas movie set in Paris. So like get your Paris trip in now before all the gays decide to
seriously before
Christmas
all the gays
in Paris.
Want to go there.
What are we going to do when the gays discover Paris?
They're going to go there to be depressed.
Well, speaking of Paris, let's get to the main event. We are discussing today a truly bizarre French Christmas fever dream that goes by many names. It was directed by René Mansour. It's from 1989. You can find it on Shudder under the title Deadly Games, but it also goes by 3615 Code Père Noël, Dial Code Santa Claus, Game Over, and Hide and Freak.
I like Hide and Freak.
Hide and Freak is good.
Name. There's also a horror movie from the 80s called Hide and Go Shriek, which is one of the like terrible transphobic horror films of the 80s. So there's like a similar
adding that to my list.
Yeah. It's pretty great. You'd love it. Drusilla. This is a movie that I picked because we needed a holiday movie and I'd seen it and it's outrageous and worth talking about. But neither of you had seen it before, right?
No. I'm like, no, I'd been wanting to watch it and just never got around to it. So this is a good excuse.
It was hard to see in the US until American Film Genre Archive revamped it. And then I think Vinegar Syndrome put it out. And so now it's been on Shudder for a couple of years, which is how I saw it. Drusilla, did you like this movie?
I loved it. I was like very, very pleasantly surprised. I had never heard of this until Vinegar Syndrome put it out a couple, like 2 years ago or something like that. And then immediately after watching it, I was like, oh, let me see like what kind of stuff they did on that release. And I couldn't find it on their website anymore. And I couldn't find it online. It turns out it's already out of print.
Oh, is it?
It's already out of print.
Oh my gosh.
I tracked it down. Like there was one copy left on Diabolic DVD and I bought it because I liked it so much. So I got the last copy.
It's a very Drusilla kind of movie.
It's very fucking gorgeous. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, super gorgeous. But Michael, you did not love it, correct?
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I think, I thought there was some really cool stuff, but I also, I didn't love it. I don't know. I think the comparisons to Home Alone are incorrect, except for like little things here and there. So I think it kind of tainted my viewing of the movie because I'd heard nothing but it being like, oh, this is like Home Alone and Home Alone ripped it off and all this stuff. And so I think I was expecting a little bit different of a movie based on just all that. I mean, when you go to the Wikipedia page, the director outright is like, they stole my movie.
Yeah, he threatened legal action
on
John Hughes for Home Alone because he said he ripped it off. John Hughes, of course, says that's not true. And I actually believe John Hughes because it's really like Home Alone.
And when you look at the history of Home Alone, so Chris Columbus was supposed to direct Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But of course he hated fucking Chevy Chase like everyone does. So he like quit the project. And I think they shot Christmas Vacation in like early 89 because it came out at the Christmas of '89. So John Hughes, who wrote both Home Alone and Christmas Vacation and produced both movies, felt bad, I think, for Chris Columbus, and he said, "Do you want to do Home Alone?" He like offered him Home Alone like pretty much on the spot, and he said yes. And so he had already had that script before this movie even came out.
Yeah. John Hughes says that it was inspired by a Christmas that he had in like 87, 88 in Paris.
Yes.
Weirdly enough.
Weirdly.
And I also John Hughes was such a good writer that there's no way he would need to rip anybody off.
Well, also, this movie and Home Alone are both referencing the same movie, which is Rambo. Like, that's what they're both borrowing from, right? Like, all of the traps and the painting on your face and stuff. Gremlins 2, also from the same era, references Rambo. It's not that hard to trace the iconography of all of that stuff.
Right. But I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. I think I expected more hijinks.
I just love the style of it. So
I mean, it's a cool looking movie.
Very heavily stylized. All the sets, I think, are on sound stages. I don't think anything is like filmed in a real location.
It's all shot on sound stages, and all the exteriors are miniatures. And
I loved that.
Hooting and hollering for those miniatures.
I love miniatures. I love minis so much. Like every time they showed an overhead shot of one of the foyers with the steps, I was like, those steps are too thin and then miniature, but they're so cute. I don't know. And I love the aerial shot of the entire outside of the house.
Like the palace where they live.
Yeah.
The
I was
castle,
like, this miniature is so good.
Insane.
Yeah.
When I had first heard of this movie, I only just saw the artwork for it and saw like the giant fucking castle and like Santa and this like Rambo'd out kid. And so I just based on the artwork had always assumed that it was a like some kid goes to the North Pole to fucking murder Santa. Because that like why else would there be this giant castle and all this stuff? Because like that's the only reason it makes sense. That's where Santa lives. Sure. No, this fucking kid just lives there and has trap doors and like hidden passageways. This is the life that I wanted to lead as a child.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, the whole movie kind of feels like a 12-year-old wrote it, right? Like it's a 12-year-old fantasy of a story. I think I've talked about this before, but there's this theater company in New York called Story Pirates that takes children's stories and turns them into plays and performs them for the kid who wrote the story. And it feels like one of those. Like I have a very clear memory of watching one of those plays called Axe Cop, where a little boy wrote a play about a policeman who has an axe and murders criminals with an axe. And like this feels like Axe Cop. It feels like a 12-year-old conceived this and wrote it in a good way. I guess synopsis-wise, I'll say this movie follows 10-year-old Tomas, who's a very, very wealthy kid in Paris. His father is dead. His mother is a department store manager. Somehow they have billions of dollars. I guess the dad was wealthy.
Yeah, because when they said she was the manager, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, do you mean CEO?
Yeah, like
it's crazy everything they have. But this kid is like sort of an inventor, sort of like Data from the Goonies, right? Like he has a wrist monitor that controls the cameras and stuff in his house. He's
repairing his mom's car.
Yeah, he's repairing his mom's car. He's obsessed with Rambo and like war movies. He lives alone with his mother and his wonderful grandfather, Pappy,
love
who's
Grandpapa.
like partially blind and diabetic, and it just seems like the best life ever. It's very Silver Spoons if you're old enough to remember that sitcom from the 80s. And he, through using Minitel, which we'll talk about in 5 seconds, thinks he's messaging with Santa Claus, but he's actually messaging with a derelict who convinces him to basically give away his address. The derelict dresses up as Santa Claus, comes to the house to try to kill the kid. And the rest unfolds from there. You're getting Home Alone. You're getting like the kid trying to get away from him and then turning the tables and setting traps for him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's all through this like completely insane stylized way that we've been talking about.
Yeah, the movie like visually is like weirdly for such a genre movie and for such a like outlier both in like action and horror movies of this era fits into this super weird and specific like French art movement that was happening in filmmaking at the time called Cinema du Look, which was from like the early 80s with Jean-Jacques Binet and like Diva, Moon in the Gutter, Betty Blue, and then up through like Luc Besson and Junaid Caro. So like it's this whole visual art movement that was happening in filmmaking. So like Amelie and Delicatessen and like The Fifth Element are like weirdly all linked into this one like French cinema movement, and
That
so
makes
is
sense.
Dial Code Père Noël.
Yeah. We have to talk about Minitel, which is my favorite thing about the movie. I went down a whole rabbit hole with Minitel because
I
I've never
knew
heard
it.
of this.
I was up all night on Wikipedia. Oh my god.
Joel knew, my partner Joel knew immediately what Minitel was. I didn't know.
God damn it.
Well, he's smarter than all of us. It's
He's smarter than
fine.
all of us. He has a PhD. Let's be honest. I have a BFA in theater from a second-tier art school.
And I
I don't
dropped
even
out.
know what my degree is in, to be honest with you.
So we're all dum-dums is the short of it. So Minitel was available exclusively in France, started in the early 80s, went all the way to 2012, which I didn't know. I never saw Minitel in France. But basically, it was a precursor to the internet. It worked through phone lines like dial-up, and you could buy plane tickets, you could do shopping, there were message boards and chat rooms, and they had this in the early 80s, like way before that we had the internet.
It's like AOL.
Yeah.
It's essentially AOL, but they had like a bespoke proprietary, they called it a terminal. You had to buy a Minitel terminal for your house, which was a computer, but it was like you had to buy their one device, but they also had public ones. So it was like a whole thing, hugely
So
profitable.
bizarre that they
Millions
just
of
made
Minitel
public.
terminals in France. They had the internet like a decade before anybody. It's so wild.
Yeah.
Did Al Gore gift it to them early? Is that what happened?
I think Al Gore ripped off Minitel and we should be suing him. But it's a pivotal part of this movie. And the
is.
French title, whatever those, one of those numbers,
3615.
Code Père Noël, that's referencing the Minitel code to like message Santa. So even the English title, Dial Code Santa Claus, it's like, what does that mean? What do you mean dial code?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was like. Yeah. It's the Minitel machine is huge too.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It
Like, how do you
looks
get that in your house if you don't live in a castle?
Yeah. But people did. They had them. It looks like a giant old like 80s Macintosh computer or something. Which is kind of a grift. Like, why did you have to buy this? Why couldn't it be any computer and you use Minitel like we did dial-up? You know what I mean? It feels like such a grift in a way.
I mean, it's part of the
buy it.
reason why there's no longer Minitel. Like,
Right. True.
It's almost
There's also like
an old gaming
speculation as
system.
to whether France didn't like adopt the internet properly until later because they had Minitel, and it was like a like the French government put so much money and subsidies into like making Minitel such a large thing in the 80s and 90s that when the internet came in the mid 90s, early 2000s, there's like claims that they tried to like delay it as much as they could.
Yeah,
Trying
I
to keep
bet.
people on Minitel instead.
Well, the telephone companies made so much money off of it, so I imagine that they had whatever the French version of lobbying is. And if you're
Yeah.
French, please let us know more details.
Lobbying.
But I'm old enough to remember, I think that when the internet first came out, you kind of had to like pay for minutes. Like it was, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you bought time.
You go
In
buy
some
an
weird
internet
way.
card.
We remember
Because
when
it was
like
all through the phone
AOL would
companies.
you would like buy AOL or get AOL and you'd get a disc that would be like 90 free hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we
I
had
still
it here, too.
remember when it like I would go to a friend's house and he'd be like, "I want to show you this like crazy thing online," and you'd be there waiting 15 minutes for it to load up, and his mom's in the other room screaming at him to get off the computer because she needs to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I remember trying to look at porn on a dial-up family computer, and it would be like
no.
you had to wait 5 minutes for one photo of a
Yeah, you'd go to
naked
like
man to load.
Napster and I would like to down like a
Yeah.
10-minute clip to jerk off to. You'd be like a 48-hour wait. I'd be like, okay, so
Yeah.
I guess I'll masturbate in 2 days.
Exactly.
Plan ahead.
So this kid, his mom is the manager of Printemps, which is a real French department store chain.
Manager.
It doesn't feel very realistic because the day of Christmas, she tells her whole staff, we're staying open late and we're going to have a big party with acrobats and men dressed up as Santa and blah, 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 blah.
Again, another job that it doesn't seem like it's a manager's decision.
It seems like a CEO,
it really
yeah.
doesn't. And it all works out off camera.
Yeah, they
The
make
next time
$10
we see
million.
the therapist- Yeah. But also, like, she's a villain of this movie, and it
Yeah.
doesn't treat her like a villain, I think. because she loves her kid and she buys him a lot of presents. But the way she treats her employers, like the communist in me really jumped out and was like, this woman is evil. She's making everyone work late. You know, she's hiring little people to dress up as elves. She's got, you know, it just like she hires this derelict off the street to be a Santa Claus. And then she's surprised when he slaps a little girl. And it's like, you hired him this afternoon.
Right. Like, did you do a check on him? Did you do a background
There's no
check?
way. Hop
Did he
on
have
Minitel, do a
references?
quick background check.
Yeah, I had a really hard time at first with this movie because I was like, oh, fuck this kid, fuck this spoiled ass rich kid, fuck this rich ass family. But then I was very quickly like, no, this kid's charming. This is fun.
He's very
like,
good.
Yeah, he's very
love
good.
the mullet.
Very good.
He's the
He's
director's
very good.
son.
Really?
Oh, no
Yeah.
shit.
He's Renee Manzoor's actual son.
No
He
kidding.
didn't do a lot of acting, but now he's a post-production supervisor and VFX supervisor.
Oh,
He did the
that's
VFX
great.
work on The Dark Knight and Avatar and The
Oh,
Suicide
shit.
Squad. Yeah.
He's big time.
Yeah.
Michael, I
So
kept
he's using all
thinking-
that computer knowledge from this movie and he's grown up.
Exactly. Michael, I kept thinking that he's our age, basically. He's maybe like 2 years older than us, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, that's
he's
kind of what
10
I was
years
thinking,
old
too.
in 1989. So he's
Yeah,
like
and
in his 40s.
I meant to look up what he looked like now. And I didn't.
Hmm. You should
Do you
it
think he
now.
still has the mullet?
I'm going to do it right now.
His mullet is insane, which
It's
I
so
have to
great.
say, I had the same mullet at that time.
my
I had a
God.
long mullet with a spiked top, and there's all these photos of me in my soccer uniform with like my giant glasses with the sports strap in the back
That's
over my mullet.
cute.
Oh, wow.
Is he
First
hot?
photo is like kind of no. First photo is
Oh.
kind of like he's got the
Oh.
same haircut.
Oh no.
Sorry,
In a fashion
dude.
way? Is it like a fashion mullet? Is it like a hillbilly
it's-
mullet?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like Billy
the
Ray
re-
Cyrus mullet.
I love the mullet in this because he's like, oh, big rich kid with this like massive mansion and house, but then he looks white trash as hell with his
Totally.
mullet.
And he's constantly like listening to butt rock. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
like the weirdest
And I
butt
also-
rock songs are like.
I at first felt the same way until I realized that like this mom always left him alone with like a 90-year-old man to take care of.
Totally.
Yeah, this kid
So
does a
she
lot
could go
of
be a
growing up
manager.
very fast in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the
she could be the
tonal
most successful
swings.
manager.
The most successful manager of one single printemps, which is like like being the manager of Bloomingdale's, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, I was going to say that this movie has like really extreme tonal swings. Like there's no
Yes.
horror for a really long time, actually.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
forget it's supposed to be a horror movie until like every
And-
once in a while you see the derelict and they put scary music in.
Yeah.
Or until
And
all of a
then
sudden the dog gets gutted.
Yes,
I was
like,
so
first
mad.
viciously.
half hour into the
JR.
movie, he kills a dog, and the kid watches
Yes.
him kill his dog, JR.
JR
A
is
lot
so
of
cute.
like people die in this movie. Like at least the 4 or 5 people died in this movie, all off screen. We never see any of their deaths, but we see JR get it like
So mad.
viciously.
Yeah.
I was
DoesTheDogDie.com people. The dog
Not a
dies.
big fan of dog dying, and the dog looked like my bandit a little
dog's
bit.
Yeah,
so
He did look
cute.
like Bandit.
So cute. And the best relationship in the movie was the boy and the dog. Quite frankly.
Yeah, very much so. Well,
Yeah,
I also
I
like
like
his
the boy
relationship
and
with his
Pappy.
grandfather.
Great.
Yeah.
Boy and Pappy is really
They play
cute.
like a pseudo D&D game together.
They play
and it's
Dungeons
very
and Dragons. A boy
It's
after
super
my own
cute.
heart.
Cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the dog dying is very effective because it really made me feel differently. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it really changed my mood, and it made the movie
Yeah.
very different. But yeah, there's like really wild tonal swings because you'll have a dog dying, and then the next moment they're in a secret room where the little boy is like, "My mom doesn't know about this. It was my dad's room where all of his toys went, and his father before him, and his father before him." So they're like in a magic secret room all of a sudden. So it just like constantly swings back around like that in this way that's very disarming.
One
Yeah.
of the like most jarring is you get like a sequence with a lot of like action, a lot of like tension following the kid running from this derelict Santa, and then he's finally alone, he's finally safe, and then you get a montage set to a Bonnie Tyler song in like slow motion of this kid sitting there pondering and then burying the dog and setting traps and crying. And
it's his dark night of the soul because he's about to go full Rambo and set all these traps. But for now, he's grieving. And that song made me scream because I didn't know it was Bonnie Tyler. And I was like, this sounds like Bonnie Tyler. And I Googled it. And sure enough, it was her. But I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, did AI write this? Because one of the lyrics is "Happy Birthday, Christmas." And it's like, what? Stay a little longer, Jesus.
Happy Birthday, Christmas was saying happy birthday to Jesus.
But that's what I assumed. But they keep saying "Happy Birthday, Christmas."
Listen, Bonnie Tyler is a native English speaker.
Also, like, how long was this night?
It felt very long. By the time that the mom finally... So it has the Home Alone thing where the mom is driving through the snow to get home because she's worried. And that's all she's ever doing the whole movie is you cut back to her in her car in the snow.
The entire time basically. I was like, how far does she live from her office?
I was like, where's this department store?
How far is this printemps?
She's
how many kilometers?
Way to go to be a manager.
I know.
What was I going to say? He does set traps, but they were kind of anticlimactic for me.
Yeah,
there
one
wasn't
of them
enough
doesn't.
Of them.
One of them doesn't even work.
Right.
Which is like the most drawn out and exciting one because he builds like a little. He's got like toy grenades on him the whole movie. He finally like cracks one open, fills it with like dynamite from a stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
And then puts marbles in there as like ballast to like fucking like cause shrapnel and shit.
Yeah.
And then sets it up on a toy train with a whole rigged fuse to a lighter. This outrageously ingenious little thing. And then like sets it out to go towards the Santa. And then it like he turns the tables on him. And then it's like going to go to the ground. It's this very tense sequence. And then finally nothing happens.
Right. Like the fuse gets lit and then it just doesn't explode.
Yeah, it's a dud.
Very anticlimactic.
Yeah, very anticlimactic.
But a very effective like set piece. Like it's very tense when that train
very tense.
But it's also very realistic. Like this kid's like supposed to be this like crazy super genius who can like rebuild car engines and shit like that and hack into the camera's security system in the castle. But like
the castle.
He doesn't know shit about making bombs.
Funny.
I also appreciate, like, they give him a lot of moments to, like, attack this derelict Santa and also, like, to grieve what the fuck is happening to him. And he keeps, like, breaking down because he doesn't want to hurt Santa. He's still a kid. Like,
that's the saddest part is at the end of the day, he never fully finds out, at least in the movie, that wasn't Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He's going to be
and he keeps being like, it was my fault. I tried to stay away to see Santa and he got mad.
But... can we talk about how they ultimately implied that guy wasn't even there to kill him, right? He wanted to play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first scene of the movie is this derelict coming upon
fight.
Yeah, a bunch of kids having a snowball fight and he tries to join in and the kids just run away from him. Yeah. And it's kind of implied that this guy might have some sort of mental disability and might like
simple
or have way. Like a weird attraction to children or something. There's something about him
something
that
weird.
He is quote unquote off. And when he is being a Santa at the mall to the little girl, he's like congenial with her. And then as soon as she tells him, I don't like your face.
Yeah.
Which is a very rude thing to say.
And she's just staring at him too. Like I was like, you kind of should have slapped her.
And then I love that think of it that way, but you're right.
The mom never like checks to see if he actually like went up to the office.
She's like, okay, you're really fired. Go tell them you're fired.
Yeah,
like,
go tell
my
fired.
boyfriend in personnel, by the way, her boyfriend. Yeah. I love the chic 80s yuppie aesthetic of the mom and her boyfriend with their like big camel coats.
Yeah.
And like, I loved all of that.
I love his office with like the flickering Argento lights. Like, he works like that every night with the changing lights behind him every single day. That's just normal.
I wonder what the budget on sets in this was, because there's a whole thing where the kid is running through the house and you go through all these different crazy rooms. One is like a maze / art gallery, and you see
what is that?
That's the mom's office, and it has like the mom's
it's super
face
great.
tile mosaic on the floor. There's like a bowling alley, I think, at some point. There's the secret room of toys with like a drawbridge going through it. It's pretty demented.
It's insane. He's got like a giant like airplane that he sleeps in.
Oh, right. Yes.
With a fan on him, so that
Yeah.
he feels like he can be flying a plane. And there's like a cockpit for the dog. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, JR.
poor JR.
JR had a great life.
It should have
Pappy
been
died.
Pilou.
It should have been Pilou, his obnoxious friend who had told him that Santa doesn't exist. He should have listened to Pilou at the end of the day. But if Pappy died, I would have turned on the movie. So there's a whole thing where Pappy is hidden inside of a suit of armor,
which is
so
genius.
funny.
It's so Scooby Doo.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
I
so
love
funny.
it.
but he needs his insulin, and so by the time Thomas gets the insulin, you think that Grandpa's died, and it ends up being okay. But like, I was like, I'm turning on this movie. Like, the dog is one thing, but Pappy is another. You know?
Yeah.
Just would have felt too mean.
It if anyone, they could have killed the mom, and I would have been like, all right.
Yeah, or that
Yeah.
boyfriend. Instead,
That
they
boyfriend.
kill all the servants, basically.
Yes.
They
all of
do.
the working
Kill
class
all the
people.
non-work.
All the
rich
working
people.
class people, like a cop, all the caretakers, the delivery guy.
The delivery guy. Yeah.
All off screen though.
Yeah, it's so
Um,
weird that it is all off screen.
It kind of adds to like the child fantasy of the
I
movie.
guess that moment when
Um,
his dog gets stabbed, though, and his face is just so
Got it.
heartbreaking.
Well,
He's
his
so
face at the
scared.
end when he's like, "That kid is traumatized."
Oh yeah,
I would love to see a sequel to this made like this year, where he's a 45-year-old guy who's like still lives in this castle, who's outrageously inordinately wealthy, and like is like has severe PTSD and paranoia.
Like, what is the
I
doctor
would watch that
sleep?
movie.
What does the doctor sleep to this movie? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I just am like imagining him also looking like Ben Franklin, the way they did Laurie Strode and
Oh my
the
God.
Halloween movies.
like Revenge Grandma. Why'd they have to do Laurie Strode like that?
Why do they make her look like Ben Franklin? Like,
Yeah.
It's so
I
weird.
love that she had like a new fresh cut and at least had a new fresh haircut and Halloween Ends and like cute clothes and stuff.
Halloween Ends was so bizarre because they took great pains. Drusilla, I know you haven't seen any of these movies, and never will, but they took great pains to set the first two movies on the same night, and you get Revenge Grandma. Oh my god, I made a peace sign by accident. So Michael,
Does
we
that
learned
how
this-
the balloons go up?
Yes,
because I've
you
had
make a
this
peace
happen
sign.
before. In
It's the peace
zooms
sign.
and stuff, and okay.
So in the first two movies, they take great pains to make it all on the same night, and then they just do away with all of that and reinvent her for the third movie. And suddenly she's like a happy grandma that's baking, as if the first two movies didn't happen. It's like,
Yeah.
these choices are so truly so bizarre to me.
It's the most disconnected trilogy you'll ever see.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
I want to know. So this is not really having to do with the movie. This is having to do with the holidays. All three of us are Christians of one sort or another, or were in our childhood. Catholic.
Raised. Yeah.
Yes. I know Michael was raised Catholic.
Mhm.
Drusilla, you're, I don't know, Midwest Protestant of some sort. I
Midwest
think.
Protestant is correct. And then my family kind of went Catholic in high school when I was in high school.
Oh no
and
shit!
then now they've abandoned both.
Yeah. My family were Southern Baptist. So I want to know whether you believed in Santa as small children and how
Oh,
how
yes.
Of course.
long. You
Of course.
did?
I would say until
yeah.
around the age of the kid in this movie. I would say
Same.
10?
Sounds about right. 9 or 10.
maybe
Yeah.
9 or 10. I believe vividly remember like having the same kind of like lines of thought that this kid had in this, where because I grew up with an older brother, and I remember like around like a week before Christmas having conversations in the car, being like, okay, well, we can like go in shifts. So on Christmas Eve, you stay up until 3 a.m. and then you wake me up, and then I'll stay up until 6 a.m. That way we'll like definitely see him. And like digital cameras were very new at the time. So we're like, we could just set a camera up. We'll definitely catch him. Like,
Thank God you didn't catch him, because he would have killed your whole
would
family.
have turned into an
apparently.
ogre and killed your whole
may have
family.
been for the best, depending on who he had killed.
So I'm kind
as
of
long as he
shocked,
didn't kill the
especially
dogs.
Michael. You're the youngest of like 100, an army of children. So like, I can't believe that your siblings didn't spoil it for you, because I
No, they
never
were-
believed in Santa Claus, because my
They were
siblings told me
very
right away.
along for the ride. I think they. Yeah,
So nice.
I remember. I don't remember when I stopped with Santa, but I remember the Easter Bunny. I remember not. I remember questioning the Easter Bunny,
Mhm.
and I remember my mom was like, "Go take a bath." And I was like, something's up. Like the whole family's in the kitchen and they're telling me to go take a bath. So I snuck out of the bath and and the kitchen doors were shut, which were never shut.
Yeah.
And I like peeked through the doors and they were putting the Easter baskets together, like my entire family. And so I like swung the door open. I go, I knew he wasn't real.
I'm assuming fully naked, covered in suds.
Let's say I was, yeah. But yeah, I believed in Santa, and I think my siblings were good about that kind of stuff.
My siblings were rotten. I never believed in Santa Claus. I think they spoiled it. I just don't think I don't remember ever believing in Santa Claus.
So were you ever that little asshole that told your classmates that Santa wasn't real?
I probably was.
I believe it was. Yeah.
I did pretend to believe in Santa Claus for a while for my parents' sake. I did it for them in a weird way because I knew that they thought it was cute and I could like sort of manipulate them in some kind of way.
It's kind of fucked up, right? Like we lie to children about this guy to make them behave.
Yeah. Anything, whatever it takes, you know.
I guess I really loved her. I loved her explanation though to Thomas about how Santa was real to him, right? Because he's a good kid, and to Palou, Santa's not real because Palou is bad, and Santa's
parents have to fake.
Yeah.
That's I love that line. I thought that was
like
it's really clever.
Santa doesn't visit bad children, so he's
even though she's a wealthy capitalist, she's still a good mom.
She is a good mom.
Until she decides to stay late on Christmas Eve counting money.
Yeah, it's literally because she's like, I just want to count all the money.
And then like the thing I never understood too is like she calls her kid and then he answers the phone. She's like, "You're awake," and it's like, "Well, bitch, you just called the phone and woke him up if he was asleep." And then she's like, "Go to sleep," but then she goes call you later right after that, and then she keeps I just didn't track that. I'm like, why are you calling him to tell him to go to sleep if you're coming home?
You know what? She's the real villain of the movie.
She is.
To say it.
That derelict's her brother. I'm telling myself.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's just like Halloween. We're gonna find out that the derelict was secretly her brother the whole time.
Yeah,
that's why he's called the Shape.
I thought it was really clever though that he used Christmas snow to. Like
oh my god!
Turn his hair gray.
I watched it with Ivory last night, and when that scene happened, we were both like, "Well, at least he'll get cancer."
Well, listen, we have to pivot to have they seen it, but anything else to say about this before we move on?
I loved it. I thought that it was absolutely delightful and surprising, and I am very excited to watch it again. I think it just added to my rotation of like delightful Christmas movies.
I want to watch it with a group of people the next time to see if I
think
have
you
a
would like it
reaction
more,
to
Michael.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain movies
or in a theater, I think, where you're like,
yeah,
just really captured there. I think you would like it more.
Well, and I've always kind of hated Scream 3. And then remember you and I watched it with a group of people and we all like really enjoyed it. We all had a lot of fun with it. And it made me really think of Scream 3 differently. So I feel like it might happen. I'd give this movie another shot with a group of people.
With a group. I think that's fair.
Rocks.
We don't need to litigate.
Who said that?
Let's play Have They Seen It, the game where we speculate wildly whether notable figures have seen this movie. This is a Christmas movie. She wrote one of the most banging Christmas songs of all time. Do you think Mariah Carey has ever seen this movie?
No,
there's no way.
Flat out,
she doesn't even know it exists.
No.
Oh yeah, no. There's no way. She like if it hasn't come on HGTV or the Hallmark Channel, there's no way she's aware of its existence.
Do you think she even likes Christmas, or do you think that she's like a blood hungry capitalist like the mom in this movie?
I
think she can be both. She can be both.
Yeah, Mariah always has a really fun Instagram post to start off the Christmas holiday, but with her song. So I think she has a good sense of humor about it.
Millions of dollars from that song every year.
Yeah. So wait, how about the fact one with her in that song? It didn't go to number one until like 3 years ago. It like wasn't even number one. It wasn't number one the year it came out. It went to number one like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's hit number one every year since. But also this year, did you know Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree went to number one?
Did it?
And it's like a 70-year-old song.
Is this because of Mean Girls?
No, it's because it's just for some reason, I don't know if it's Mean Girls or not, but it's just one of those songs that like anytime I turn on like a Christmas, like hit a Christmas playlist on Apple Music, like just to play it, it's usually the first or second song.
Yes, I've noticed that too.
It is one of the better of the Christmas songs.
It's an
There's
amazing
a lot
Christmas
that are very
song.
grating.
But it's 70 years after the song came out, it went to number one. It set so many different records. And it also, I learned that Brenda Lee was 13 when she recorded it this year.
Really?
Jeez,
well, Brenda Lee had
13.
like a real hillbilly life in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
She had
like
the best voice, though.
Incredible.
And she's
voice.
still
I love
alive.
Brenda Lee. Yeah, I
So
just
I'm like,
listened to an interview.
God
with her.
damn.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I'm like so excited that she got to be alive to see that her song went to number one.
That's
Yeah, it's so cool. It's
After
like when Kate
70
Bush's
years.
song "Running Up That Hill" went to number one because of Stranger Things, and Gen Z is like discovering Kate Bush, which I loved so much because she's one of my favorite singers. So Mariah Carey's a no. Drusilla, who do you have for us?
Well, honestly, of all the surprises and terror and suspense of this movie, the most shocking thing for me was in the opening credits ends with the phrase "for Alain Delon," the absolutely steamy star of like all of 60s French cinema of like the
I didn't
Cercle
notice
Rouge and Purple Noon and La Piscine. Like he's like still alive. He's the sexiest man to ever be in cinema ever, especially French movies.
Yes,
and this movie's
very hot.
dedicated to him.
That's crazy.
I looked into that.
That's so crazy.
He was the star of the director's first movie.
Oh, that's really cool.
And so, do you think Alain Delon ever watched this one?
I bet he did. Given that
I bet he did
relationship.
too. Yeah,
I hope he did. I would love to watch
I'm gonna
his
venture to even say
smoldering
he
sexy
watched
face
it.
watch this movie.
I'm going to venture that he watched it and gave notes.
I bet he did
during
too.
Post.
That
I
would have
bet
been
you're right.
awesome.
Yeah.
This movie won awards and stuff. It was a very well received film.
It's
Yeah.
very
Very
well
well.
made. It's very like
Yeah.
Hitchcockian. Like I wish more like contemporary studio movies looked as cool as this movie does. Honestly, while I was watching this, I kept thinking about Violent Night, the David Harbour movie that came out last year.
Yeah, I didn't see
and
that.
I was like, this is a
Fun.
lot like that. I liked Violent Night. I would have liked Violent Night a whole hell of a lot more if it was backlit like this the whole time.
Well,
Like
there was even like the moments in this movie where like you have that overhead crowd shot of the guy by the department store.
yeah.
And I turned to Brian and I go, this is like when scenes like this reminds me, I don't know how I put it into words, but I was like, this is the time in cinema to me where like that kind of shot felt like no one else in the shot knew it was being filmed except the character
Yeah.
was watching.
Yeah.
And I missed that. We watched Don't Look Now recently as well. And that also
Ugh.
feels like,
One of
do
my
people even know
favorites.
they're in a movie? Like, you know,
Yeah.
and I feel like modern film doesn't trap you in that mood much anymore because everything's fucking green screen or
Yeah.
just super, super
Mhm.
non-stylized. It's very
God,
flat.
Don't Look
that-
Now is so exceptional. What a
There's
great
scenes in
movie.
that movie where I'm like, I feel like they're shooting this movie rogue and no one knew.
Totally. They're stealing the
And-
shot. That Italian
Yes.
Nana has no idea that she's in
Yes.
a
And all
Sutherland
those,
movie.
all those extras have no fucking clue there's a camera 100 feet away.
Well, of course they're shooting at Rogue. It's Nicholas Rogue.
But you know what I mean? Like that overhead shot, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I bet these people don't even know they're in a movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that part of
They're just
cinema
great
history.
background performers, and that's
Yeah.
all the more reason why background performers shouldn't be scanned and turned into AI background wallpaper.
Michael, do you have anybody for Have They Seen It?
I do. And I went along your lines because I have fallen in love with a Christmas song of hers that I didn't even know existed until this year. Called Underneath the Tree. I think it's such a fun song. And I really love this artist because I think she's so fun. And I'm going to venture to say that she has seen the movie.
Okay.
And it's Kelly Clarkson.
Oh my
Kelly
God.
Clarkson was still my American Idol, my only American Idol.
I love her. I think she's
I
so
do love
fun.
her too.
Yeah.
She feels like a little bit hillbilly-ish, like she could be my relative in a good way. You know what I mean? She's got such a beautiful voice, so talented.
Beautiful voice.
Mhm.
I like that
And
she's like a little chubby now in middle age.
Yeah, and she's like totally genuine.
Talk show and like
Yeah.
Her talk show is really fun to watch.
Yeah,
You ever
it's not
watch
bad.
it? She's super fun, and she's like what Ellen tried to tell everybody she was, which was like
Exactly.
genuinely kind and nice and funny, and like you could tell like the guests love being on her show.
Yeah.
But I think she's watched this movie.
Do we think that Kelly Clarkson likes horror movies in general? I could believe it.
I could believe
buy
it too.
it.
I could see her being like, "Oh my god, they scare me,"
yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
then still watching them.
I get scared in horror movies, actually. People are surprised by that, but I'm scared all the time in horror movies. This movie scared me at points.
Yeah, this movie
would
really scared me. Derelict Santa was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, he's scary. I would buy that she's seen this for sure. I don't know, but I think that she would like it if she saw it. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think she'd have a lot of fun with that. I love Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly, if
She's
you're
great.
listening, it's on Shudder. You can borrow my subscription.
Get at it,
What do
Casey.
you think, Drew?
I don't think she's seen it because I feel like it was a recent rediscovery.
Mhm.
It didn't get a US release ever until like 2018 when Agfa did it.
Yeah.
So if she has, it would have just been on Shudder for like a fun little Christmas night. But I hope she does see it because I think she would genuinely love it.
That's
Is Kelly
actually a
Clarkson-
really. What were you going to say?
No, you go.
I was just going to say that would be a really fun thing to know is like what celebrities have Shudder,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Like,
love to see
would
a
it-
list.
right? Like
I would love
see
to
their-
hack into the Shudder backend and
Yes.
see who.
When I was a teenager, there was it still exists, but it was huge in the 90s in my area. There was a punk record label called Kill Rock Stars that I was obsessed with. And I would just order CDs from there without knowing anything about the band. But somehow I got a peek at their like list, their address list or their customer list. And this was in the 90s, but I remember seeing that Chelsea Clinton was on it. And I thought that was so
What?
cool and weird.
That is cool, I guess.
Not
Yeah.
Dairy Girl Chelsea Clinton.
Anyway, I guess that's it for this episode of Bloodhouse, our
Yeah,
holiday
so
episode.
fun.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Do you want
course.
people to follow you anywhere or no?
I mean, they can follow me on Instagram. It's Michael TJ Kennedy, and It's a Wonderful Knife is on Shudder, AMC Plus, and anywhere you rent or buy movies right now.
Yes,
So
we
it's a
plug
good
it.
Christmas
We
watch.
love it.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
a
It's
wonderful
so
night
fucking
for
fun.
sure. Drusilla, how about you?
You can follow me on Minitel. I'm also on Letterboxd.
Dial code 6669.
Yeah, exactly. 6669. Oh my god.
So funny.
I'm on Letterboxd. If you look for Drusilla Adeline, you can see all my low musical and Christmas watchings over there. You can find my website at sisterhighdesign.com. I've got a new Rolling Stones print. I did work for the Rolling Stones. What the fuck?
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're this up-and-coming band of these old men. I did an anniversary print for their album Some Girls.
Oh, cool.
Which is super fucking cool. It should be on sale now, but super limited, so get them before they're gone. And you can follow me on Instagram if you look for Sister Hyde, Reversed Hyde Sister. What about you, Josh? How can people hack into your life, find your house, and hopefully not kill Edie?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. You can follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, or Letterboxd at Joshua Conkle. You can follow Edie, for that matter, on Instagram at She's Edie.
And you should. And you should.
She's very cute. And you can reach out to the show, bloodhousepod@gmail.com, and follow us on Twitter or Instagram at bloodhousepod. We have one more episode of the year left. It's for New Year's. What is it, Drusilla?
We are peeling back and we are doing one of the true Titans and classics. It's kind of silly we haven't done the movie that some say cemented modern horror movies as what they are now. We will be watching for the first time one of the best directors ever on Bloodhouse, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Ooh.
Wait. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.